HotFacts, Robert-Reese, hot. All right, HotFacts with Robert Reese, y'all. I'm filming the street right now because hopefully I can catch some of these kids. I want to speak about the electric bike and scooter phenomenon that has taken over. Now, some of these bikes go upwards of 45 to 50 miles an hour, which, I mean, you're as fast as a motorcycle. And I know that there's different CCs that say that you don't have to have a license. And for riding bikes, they can ride in the bike lane, which you see that lane to my right here. They can ride the bike lane. They all have to wear a helmet. But now see, I know how to ride a bicycle with pedals. And I'm one of the riders that gets in the lanes, goes to the turning lane to make lefts and all the other stuff. I know all my hand signals and all of that stuff, right? And you don't need a license for that, but they're given the same rules to these kids on these bikes. And these kids are rolling around in packs of like 12 to 13 kids at one time. Now, back in the day, we had to pedal our bikes. You're exercising and stuff, but now these kids are on there. So now I'm trying to figure out, are they gonna start putting in, you have to have a motorcycle license for these bikes? The kids are taking over the streets to where you'll see them say, F the bike lane. They don't know any hand signals. They don't know how to operate and get over to get into the turning lanes because there's still people that use bicycles and they ride, and that's what they do. These kids are lazy these days. But now that they're taking over the streets, they are making other cars not be able to ride in certain lanes. And the kids, you hear them say, some of them say, car, to let their friends know that there's a car behind you. They don't have the proper lighting for the bikes. They have a front light that's a LED and you can see it. They don't have backlights on them. Some do. If you go to the bike store, you can go ahead and get a backlight on it, but most of them don't. And there's a safety thing because I just went into this community. I'm in the Woodbury part of Irvine, and I saw a pack of 13 kids. And then there was a girl not too much older than what my daughter is. Her helmet wasn't fastened when she was on it. A car was coming to where she had to stop and they had the right of way, and then she put the brake on late and she could have got hit by a car. Are they gonna make it so that in order for these parents, now here's the crazy thing, I know parents can say I'm buying it for myself. I see a lot of grown men on them, and them grown men be going fast as I don't know what. So are they saying they're buying it for them and then that's it? Because when they give it to their kids, the kids don't know any of the hand signals, any of the anything, and it's dangerous. I want to know what they're going to be doing about that. I know my daughter sees people with electric scooters and all that stuff, and I'm like, in my head, I'm like, yeah, that's cool and all, but it's not cool. Like, it's not cool. You can really get hit because vehicles are moving at a faster speed with the speed that you were moving in, and you're going faster than a regular bike or someone using like a razor scooter or anything else like that. It's dangerous, and I'm afraid. I ain't gonna lie, I'm afraid. Some of the neighborhoods that these kids live in, you gotta check in with security, and it's a whole city inside of there where nothing goes on. But then they take those things out, and then they come out to the actual regular street where all these cars are here. And I'll be damned if my little girl says, oh yeah, I'm just gonna go to the store, I'm gonna go across the street, and she gets on one of them things, and you get someone that's a drunk driver or something else like that, and then they crash into them going at high speeds. I know a lot of people are like, yeah, they're cool, man, they're cool. You know, parents are like, shoot, they can get from A to B real quick. But how safe is it? If they're going 50 miles an hour down the street, 45 miles an hour down the street, they're going as fast as your vehicles. These speed limits, all right, so check this out. This speed limit right here is 55 miles an hour down the street, okay? So if someone's able to go 50 miles an hour, they're keeping up with the traffic. So if they don't, and a lot of these bikes don't even have the mirrors, the rear view and side mirrors, so that they can pay attention to. Now, I know a lot of people said, well, I learned to drive a car at 12, 11 years old. I first drove a car at 12 years old. And my oldest brother let me drive one of his cars, and I used 2 feet at that time. And he was like, nah, you gotta use 1 foot. Don't use 2 feet. My Aunt Lou used 2 feet, so I thought you used 2 feet. But it's crazy. All right, we're at a stoplight, right? Look. Electric bike, coming in with electric bike. Now they're pedaling on theirs. That's a pack of 4 kids riding together right now. Now just imagine how we grew up. And here comes another one. There goes another one. That's 5 electric bikes. I just came up to one light. And they are keeping up with the speed. We had groups of friends. We had our BMXs, our dynos, our what was it? It was dyno, it was BMX, it was another one, mongoose. We had all of those, right? And it'll be like a group of like 10 of us. We weren't riding in the middle of the street. Now, you know, we used to ride on the sidewalk. Now these kids are riding their electrics on the sidewalk and the bike lane. Ain't nothing wrong with being in the bike lane, but you should have proper lighting. Now, are they gonna start making these kids in high school or junior high or elementary school? Are they gonna start making these kids have to learn the rules of the road, hand signals, everything, in order for them to have them? And if you go buy them, are they gonna regulate that? I'm just looking at it as a safety concern. Look, I got 2 more kids coming right now. And one is riding on the back. Look, he riding on the back like he got pegs. So that's the number 6. He riding on the back like he got pegs. That's dangerous. They all gotta wear a helmet, yes. And then again, the helmet. That helmet is not gonna stop the back of your head from crashing into the ground. You still leave your spinal cord available for impact and things like that. I just wanna know, how safe is it? How safe is it for these kids? And I'm just a concerned parent and someone that drives a vehicle. And when you drive a vehicle, you see how people run red lights. You see how people get road rage. What if someone gets road rage against your child? Okay? Right here. What if someone gets road rage against your child? All right? And they follow your kid to curse them out, do whatever they got to do. What if they try to run them off the road? Your kid's calling you. Your kid is calling you on the phone. Mom, dad, this grown-up is doing this and that. You show up to the scene, you end up going to jail. You end up going to jail. Why do you end up going to jail? Because you go get real ignorant. And I guarantee most of these parents will get ignorant. They get ignorant over their pets. These people will get ignorant, and then you'll end up in jail because some idiot got road rage because they don't want to respect the rules of the road for people on bikes. But are these considered bikes? They're actual vehicles. I've been in the car doing a delivery, and I had my wife roll the window down so I can talk to a guy. And I said, how fast that thing go? He said, right now I'm going 45. I said, yeah, because I'm at 45 and you're going that exact same speed. How fast does it go? He says, well, I can go like 55 miles an hour, but if I unhook this one thing, I can go like 65 miles an hour. That's going on the freeway. Now, some of these kids are smart. They know how to unhook that stuff to go that fast. You don't think kids are going to be trying to go 65 miles an hour? You don't think a kid might have a girlfriend that their parents don't know about that lives like 4 cities away? And they like, oh yeah, maximum charge on this is like 2.5 hours. If I do the math, how we do in school, that means that I can get there in like 45 minutes. All I gotta do is stop at a place and charge up my bike in order to make it home. You don't know where these kids go be going anymore. And your kid is somewhere where you don't know, and they get hit by a car, and then when the paramedics and ambulance come and the police come, they're like, where's your parents at? I don't live around here. Where do you live? Do you know you 4 cities away? But back in the day, we did that on our regular bikes, and it was much different because you rode in the pack. And you also knew that, hey, we might as well just all hop on the bus at some point too. Do that. Times are changing these days, and these kids are, they're on there. Now, I blame the parents and I don't blame the parents, because with technology these days, the parents want to be able to not have to do as much as what they used to do. That's why you have AI. You have smart cars, you have smartphones, smart watches, smart microwaves, smart refrigerators. You have smart everything. Some of the parents see that they can actually use these things, and it gives them more free time because they have to be slaves at their job and at work. But what is the opportunity cost of this? You got to think about that. Now, are they going to start making insurance higher and putting that you have to have insurance on these bikes for your children being on the road? And if that's the case, Just think about that. Insurance for electric bikes to be riding. Do you have to put your electric bike on, or would you have to put your electric bike on your insurance for your car? So if something happens to your kid because the kid is like 11 years old riding to school and stuff, is that going to raise your insurance policy? Then you got to think, is it really safe to have all these kids out there? Or should it be a certain age where these kids can? I believe that they need to have driver education in school again. Put home ec back in school, but you can just tell your AI microwave and stuff to watch all your stuff. But as far as the road, we got electric cars, we got Teslas, we got hybrids, we got cars that drive themselves and do all that. They need to have driver education put in, and since the kids are driving way earlier, they might as well start putting it in at the schools that are intermediate schools, 6th, 7th, and 8th, so that the kids are learning the rules of the road. But getting out there is a whole lot different. What do you guys think about this? Let me know how you feel about this. And in your area, do you see packs of kids, like packs of coyotes, taking up the streets and doing their thing? Like, I slow down behind all of them and I honk my horn so that they know I'm there. They always have one person that rides the sidewalk to scream and say, "We got cars." He's a smart one. He's like the designated driver. He don't want to be in trouble. He don't want to get hit. But his buddies don't care at all. They just go right in the street. Now, you got these things in the hood too. You don't see this in the hood. Kids are getting their bikes snatched in the hood. But when you break out the hood and you get to where it's a little bit more mixed, a little bit different, these kids are taking over the streets. And I don't think it's a safe thing. I don't know about you guys. I don't think it's safe. I know that they are going to be replacing people that like to ride their bikes with 2 legs and 2 feet. You don't get the same exercise in. You don't do any of that. I think it's completely lazy. I like the bikes where the kids still have to pedal. I don't think the charging should last that long. I think they should be able to have to pedal, but then those bikes are heavier. So then pedaling a big old bike is going to be, so you got to have extra charging power available for those things. You let me know. Look at the traffic that we're going through, and we've seen the kids just roll across. And my man had his friend on the back like he was riding on pegs. I just don't think it's safe like that. And I'm just someone that paid attention to it, and I think it's nuts. I think it's nuts. And some of these people are going to say, I don't need an actual vehicle. So look at these countries like China. Forget China. Let's look at Vietnam. Look at places in Africa where they ride motorcycles all day. Mexico, there ain't no laws on the road. You just got to get in where you fit in. So if we have multiple kids riding these vehicles on the streets, are we going to have roads similar to Mexico, Vietnam, Cambodia, Taiwan, South America? They got countries like that to where it's like that too. My wife even says, learn how to drive. You're not in Mexico. And she live here. Her family is from Mexico and her family from South America. So that lets you know that she thinks that's dangerous. So you guys let me know. Leave a comment and let me know what you think they should be doing with these electric bikes. I think they should be adult supervised. That's just what I think. I'm probably going to ask a police officer or something like that on a follow-up video of this to see what they say and to see what they think and see what goes in. I'm pretty sure it's going to be a city ordinance, a county ordinance, and whatever else it is. But just like these fires going on, I'm going to do a video about these fires and everything else like that. Leave a comment. Let me know what you think about this, and we'll go from there. Have a good one.